Hey everyone, this is my match reaction of Arsenal 3, Southampton nil at home at the Emirates with another clean sheet and a much needed 3 points for us to get back into the rest of the season and focus on the next fixture of games. Much needed 3 points as expected, but I'm not gonna lie, we were really poor in the first half. We were really sloppy and made really poor decision making. We kept giving the ball again until Lacazette got us up 1 goal on the score sheet, then Martin Odegaard soon after, and Gabriel to finish the game off as 3-0. A good second half performance, but we started really poor into the game. We took our time to grow into the game, and we were playing at home. With the fans supporting, it still wasn't good enough. The first half performance, especially the first 20 minutes, we really struggled to grow into the game and handle the Southampton and James Ward-Prowse press. This was expected against a team like Southampton, to a team that's really struggling. And for us playing at home, we had the home advantage. And with the fans backing us, we should have got into the game much sooner. But this seems like just paper over the cracks. But I'll take the 3 points at the end of the day. And hopefully, the team as a cohesive unit can build together on this with more momentum and intensity. That urgency that we had in the first half wasn't good enough. We didn't have enough intensity or urgency in the final third. Saka and Martinelli were unlucky in the second half, but the performance from Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey improved immensely in the second half. Overall, as a team, we done better a lot in terms of pressing in the second half, and especially trying to finish in the final third. Odegaard, 3 goals in 3 games. I've been critical of him in previous games, but today I will give him credit when and where it's due. And to me, it's either Odegaard or Ramsdale as my man of the match for tonight's performance. Um, Fabulous breakaway goal from Alexander Lacazette, putting us up on the score sheet, and a great celebration from Ramsdale as well. Seeing how much we wanted that goal, it was great to get us involved. White, Thomas Partey, and Tomiyasu were all involved today, and Tomiyasu had really good defense today. Saka, making that cross for Lacazette, brilliant assist, beautiful finish from Lacazette for that goal. I think we really need to be a lot more decisive in the final third. And for a team like West Ham that we're playing up against next, we can't do the things that we were doing in the first 20 minutes, like sitting back and inviting pressure onto us. We really need to start growing into the game more and stop respecting our opponents whenever we go a goal up. And we need to find our voices early on into the game. The press from the Southampton side in the second half died down. It wasn't as intense. It was easy for us to finish them off, and our confidence grew in the second half when Martinelli hit the post and Odegaard tried to get the rebound, but it was blocked. Martinelli was really unlucky with that chance, but we looked to make the most out of corners, and we always tried to get first on the ball in terms of the first touch. We were causing nonstop pressure, which was good to see in the second half. If only we had that intensity in the first 20 minutes of the first half, we could have easily had a better scoreline of a game. But at the end of the day, I'll take the much needed 3 points. And back to winning ways is important, especially for the team to build on confidence and momentum ahead of the West Ham fixture. We really need to improve in terms of build up and intensity. And, this really doesn't change my opinions on the manager and how I feel that we've been too inconsistent. We're the type of team that takes one step forward and, 2 steps backwards. We need to be a lot more consistent, especially as a team. Now, with Aubameyang being dropped for disciplinary reasons, I agree with that decision, and it has been made in the past at the North London Derby game last season. I do agree with the decision to drop him, as he hasn't really been playing for the badge. As a captain, he hasn't been really showing up, and he's been missing a lot of easy chances for us. It just seems like his head isn't in the game, and he hasn't given us his best as a captain. So for him being dropped for disciplinary reasons, I can agree with that decision being made by Mikel Arteta, as he was not in training yesterday. I'll be very honest, the first half was poor for me. I expected a lot better from us, especially considering we were only playing Southampton at home. A much more controlled second half in terms of tempo. I like the tempo a lot more. We tried to up that in terms of intensity and pace. Odegaard needs to work on pace a lot better. I felt like Pepe deserved more game time, but it was great to see him get minutes under his belt as well. We felt more efficient with the ball in the second half, and our possession led to more chance creation more frequently in the second half. And overall, it was an important win for us, but we got to focus on West Ham because that's really going to show us how we can get involved as a team and how we can get involved against a bigger team, not a team like Southampton. And Ramsdale made some good saves today, but he wasn't tested as much in the second half. A really dominant display is much needed against a team like West Ham. And, I want to see what we can do against a team like West Ham, whether we're going to crumble and buckle under pressure or whether we're going to play with intensity, pace, and urgency in the final third, whether we're going to create and be able to finish our chances. And, every single player in that defensive backline and midfield need to work together and correlate, because if we don't, our midfield is going to be easily able to rip apart and easy for another team to cut through and create chances and finish them off if we don't capitalize on our chances. If we keep sitting back and inviting pressure onto us, we're not going to be able to get the points that we need in this December festive round of fixtures. And we'll end up falling too far behind again. And I don't want to see the same mistakes as last season. I want us to improve, and hopefully this clean sheet and 3 points is something the team can work on and take together as a lead and momentum into that West Ham game. But I'll see you all next week for the review of the West Ham fixture. Up the Arsenal as always, and great performance by Odegaard today, as well as Aaron Ramsdale. And Martinelli being a workhorse on the pitch today. That often did not get mentioned today. He deserves a good run of games. He's been consistent, and he's been showing the type of intensity and urgency he brings into the team. He ups the tempo of the team today. And Lacazette as well. His involvement was great, and I want to see a lot more of that from Lacazette. But I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. As always, up the Arsenal, and come on, you Gunners.